Hey, what's shaking? Me again. It's Model A again. It's me and the Model A again. Um, we're getting in the home stretch though. Like it's well, you can see there's a little bit of paint on it. I did there yesterday, the day before, whenever it was. We did black on the firewall and the visor. Come out pretty good. Let's see if you can see your reflection in it. Then it's pretty good. That's my reflection. See that? So yeah, that'll be good. That'll be all right. There's the visor. So what's left on this little dealio? A bunch of sanding on the primer, as I said before. I'm probably not going to show you that. I got some buttons to button up on the firewall here. There's not a whole lot that goes on it that I took off to paint. There's the hardware involved in what goes on, 4 bolts. There's just the coil went up there, a little electrical thingamahoojar went over there, another thing over there, and actually that's it on the firewall as far as assembly goes after painting. I'm going to pull a windshield out of this to paint it, not just the glass but the entire frame. On these things, the windshield, it folds out. You can see over there that chrome doodad there. So that's attached to the windshield, that arm. When you pull it out, you can see that through the glare. So the big chrome knob here, you oh, you can see my hand in there. So you pull it out and you would tighten this little, you get your hand on your knob and, you know, turn it, tighten it up, and it holds the windshield out. So then when you're flying down the road that you're not very fast. I don't know what you'd call that. Flow through, flow in your face, blow your hat off, bugs in your teeth type of ventilation. And so anyways, yeah, again, hand on the knob again. And then, yeah, when you close it, you just tighten the knob up to hold it closed. So, if you've ever taken one of these windshields out of a Model A Ford, well, that makes one of us. It is just held in with, you can't see nothing, but up in there, there's screws. Again, with the screws, there's more screws up in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to prop it out. And then this is, that's where the gas cap would go. Big round chrome gas cap. Screws on there. So being a one-man situation, such as I am, when I take something apart and do something, I got to keep in mind how I'm going to put it back together again by myself. So right now, if I unbolted this and it come down and hit the cowl, you know, whatever, it's no big deal right now because it's not as shiny as it's going to be here in a couple of days. So when it's shiny, you don't really want to be ricocheting stuff off of the shining. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is hold that out. You can see there's a space between it and the top. Maybe if I can put something on here up to there to hold the windshield up, and then I take the screws out up there. Hopefully the moon doesn't fall out of the sky and hit me in the face. I don't know. I'm hoping anyways. Not sure. I might have to get the wife involved to put it back in again. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I got to do is get it out of there because it's still blue and behind there. And if he opens it, it's got to be red there. It can't be the same color that it is now. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to hit a pause button and do the thing with the stuff, get the party started. It's not much of a party, but we get the party started. All right, see you in a bit. I forgot that I just bought a little stick to stick the camera on. So I can stick the camera on a stick and you can watch me fumble. Because everybody likes a good fumble. There's already a little 1/4 inch nut, I don't know what you call them, nut inserts, they're collapsible nuts that are squished around the firewall, so you don't got to get your nephew or a smart monkey in there with a wrench to hold the nut on the other side. It's all just 1/4 inch hardware. Just a minute. Just a minute. There it is. Another one. 12-volt coil is what we're mounting here. Honestly, I didn't think that you could mount coils upside down. I guess maybe it must be older coils you can't mount upside down because they're full of oil. They didn't seal them up well enough, and you see it quite often on one that's mounted even sideways, is that the oil would start to leak out the end, and then it just makes a mess. And then your coil overheats, it doesn't work anymore. So I guess you can mount them upside down. Think of this is my car and I was mounting the coil upside down. I think I might opt for something with a little bit of the shining going on. But whatever. He just might do that. He's still got other stuff he's going to do to this car once he gets it back from me. This is fun, hey? Better than being paused. Listen to the fine action of that ratchet. Now we got to hook up the wires. Whether they're hooked up right or wrong, I don't know. I'm hooking them back up where they come from. So, however they are hooked up, it runs that way. As you'll see by my hardware, I had 4 pieces, so we're halfway done. Take the little, whatever the hell this thing is, little gizmo. Looks like some kind of a resistor or something, a ballast maybe. I don't know. Not an electrician, I'm not smart enough for that kind of stuff. Again, same kind of nut. There's only 4 of them. There's one there, 2 there, and 1 over there. So I don't know if old Henry put them on there in 1930 or somebody else put them on. Can't say. One back. No. Okay. Skitty doo. Skitty pop boop bop biddly bum. Don't cross thread it. Nice, it'll work with me a little bit. Sometimes car stuff is bitchy. You know, it doesn't always work with you. You're not always on the same walk in the park. Sometimes you're on a walk in the car in the park, but then the car decides that you need to step in some dog shit. A lot of times. It's like stepping in dog shit. There we go, that's like wiping the shit off the shoe now. Oh, more coil. If I don't do that, then you'd be wondering why it wouldn't start. See, it'd be good if there was music right now, wouldn't it? Maybe Maybe you gotta pay for it on YouTube. Can't say, can't say. There, see, the buttons, there's the buttons. Buttons, we got buttons. There's the buttons. Alright, windshield's gotta come out. Okay, so I took my coveralls off because I'm crawling around inside the car. I mean, self-explanatory. No cubbies in the car. So I took the screws out. They were up in here, up under there. Again, as I said before, and if you know these cars, you know that half the cars are wood. That's what they're made with on the inside. So there is a big wooden header across there. So the screws that were up going up and all up in the hizzy up in here, they just went up into wood. So they're just wood screws. And this car has been apart. Some of it, the wood's been replaced on the inside. So the majority of the screws are Robertson, which is, I don't know, if you're watching this in the States, do you have Robertson screws? They're the ones with the little square, perfectly square hole in the top. So your screwdriver doesn't slip out of them and they don't strip. And I guess some guy named Robinson came up with it. Anyways, it worked I got a hunk of wood, good old Canadian poplar, holding it up. It's kind of wedged into place, but I don't want to touch it too much. Again, with the knobs, I got them tight in there. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'll just leave these arms in place, because it's going to take a lot to get them past the stud that holds the knob in place in there. I'm going to have to move them a long ways to get them off of there, and that might wind up being a wrestling match. So there is just a little flathead screw going in here and in there. And those are the only 2 points holding this in any further. So I'm going to pull those screws out, and something's going to be puckered while I'm doing that, and then we'll see if we can get it out of there. There's one. Don't lose these. Here goes the knob. Stayed. Stay. 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 Easy. Stay. Come on now, get in there. Stay. One. By the time I get to there, she's going to slide right out of it like that. Then I'll have to buy another hunk of glass. Alright, this is the one that, here's the marbles. The marbles, here they are. Screwdriver, screw, knob. That's loose. Can you hear that? It's staying. Screw. Still there. Stay. Easy. All right. Nothing holding it there but a prayer. Holy Christ, you know, everything on this car just weighs quite a bit. Hey, look, it came out. I understand. That's got glass in it. Here's that action I was talking about. All right, well, there, the glass is out. So I will Now we'll seal the hole up with some tape and some paper, keep the dust out of the inside and the cats. And then sandy, sandy, sandy. So I think, yeah, that's probably going to be it, because from here I'm going to take that up and then start sanding stuff. So you don't really care about that. So just a little tidbit to leave you with, I guess. A little bit of information, maybe. It's not really advice, but just remember, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. So there. That's what Pink Floyd says. Cut.